Hi everyone, it's Deb Sluice, and I am here with Karen, and I want to pronounce your name properly,
Tavolieri.
Tavolieri. Okay, thank you. And so Karen and I met a few months ago, and she joined a group program that I co-coach with Justine Gallivan called Move Forward. And so was so exciting to have Karen be part of that. She did a vision board with me, and then also was part of Justine's expertise around the Enneagram. And one of the things that just attracted to me, besides her intelligence and we just like-minded in her heart, but was that she's such a generous person. And what she did was she sent everyone a specially made oil. And I'm sure she'll talk about oils and what a big part that is in her life. But this one's called Peacock Bold. So not only did she send a gift to all the other participants and also myself and the other coach, but she made a special blend. And so I want to welcome you, Karen. And I thought that might be a nice place to start, to introduce yourself, and then we'll go on with some of the questions I have for you. So welcome.
Thank you, Debbie. I'm so happy to be here. I started with doTERRA, was my love. And then when I met you and heard about your program, it was like, oh my gosh, this is just the icing on the cake. I had been so many years of living with grief and pain in my life. And when I got into doTERRA, that helped me with my pain and some of my grief. But I was the type of person who was always thinking of everybody else. And this year I decided that since I'm turning 60 this year, I wanted to do some wonderful things for me for a change. And this was going to be my year of firsts. So when your program came available, I thought, oh, this is perfect. I can learn more about me. And the Enneagram thing that really clicked in me. I was like, wow, what is this all about? This sounds really cool to learn more about why I do what I do. And when I found out about that and got started with that, I was like, wow, now I understand why I react the way I do. And then the wheels start turning, and I decided that doTERRA is my first love, that I got all the help with it, and the oils can help you so much in your life. They changed me when it came from the grief. I started with Console, and it helped me to be able to walk into a store and not have someone look at me, and all of a sudden it triggers a memory and I start to cry. I could pull out the oil, smell it, and I would still get teary-eyed, but I wouldn't have to go out of the store and sit in the car and wait for it to pass. So that really helped me, and I was 9 years of living on Dilaudid, and I was taking 3 to 5 a day, and doTERRA helped me with my pain. So that was huge. But then when I started with the Enneagrams, and it made me realize that I had been putting me last all the time. And I just decided that this was going to be my year. And we picked a word in one of the meditations that you had done in the vision board part of it, and I picked explosive. And I'm telling you, it was the most, I'm seeing it more and more now, it was the most appropriate word for me was the explosive, because I'm having so many things happening in my life, and little bits of the vision board are already starting to come into play and coming to life. And then I was given the opportunity by you to do the founding of the Dare to Declare vision boards, and I was like, wow, this is just unbelievable. I'm going full circle and realizing that all the time I was being this helper and helping everybody else and not thinking about me, but this gave me the opportunity that now I can help others, not only through doTERRA to be able to get rid of their pain, help with their grief, but now I can help them to be, if they were like me, who I didn't have a purpose in life. I had spent 30 years of taking care of my daughter, who was very ill from birth, and I was only known as Julie's mom, and I had no purpose. Then when I started getting better and trying to figure out what do I want to do in my life, I'm bored. I just can't stay like this. And all these things are starting to fall into place now that I'm learning how to put me first and concentrate on fixing me. And the Enneagram changed that, because I learned how I can stay above the line and be more positive, and things will change and things become more positive in your life as you change. And I started to think, wow, I don't have to help people just to be the helper. I can actually help people and make me feel better at the same time. And that opportunity to do the vision board was like, oh, this is so me. It just brings my whole life into a full circle. And helping others through the oils, and that's part of why I did the Peacock Bold for our group, is because we're all working on helping ourselves to be more mindful of what we do, and to create a vision of what we want in our lives, and affirming it and seeing it come to be. And the Peacock Bold is exactly that. The oils that were custom picked for that are to help us to step out of the box and allow yourself to be free. And so I thought, you know, what better way to show my appreciation and my love for all of you, because you've all touched my life so much, than to give back to you and give you each an oil that will help you.
Love that. Thank you so much. So thanks for sharing your stories so authentically and beautifully. And yeah, it was, I was so privileged to see that transformation beginning in the group program, where you're able to take the vision board piece, which is a prerequisite for the next part that you alluded to. As a founder, you are now one of the 8 founders that is the first group to go through the Dare to Declare Academy. So that's what I really wanted to talk to you about today. And so, you know, you took the group program. So what made you want to further invest in yourself to join the Academy?
I was, at first, I thought it was just to help me and make me a better person, and to give me the opportunity to project on a vision board what I wanted my life to be. And I thought my path was going a certain way, and the vision board has shown me that it can expand. It doesn't have to stay right where it's at. But it made me just want to, if I can feel this good, how many other people can I help to feel that good? That's what really hit me about it, is that if I can get to this spot at my age, think of what I could do for others.
Amazing. Yeah, I loved how excited you were about the vision board, and you were very open to the process. But then when you did it, you said, I keep telling everybody about it. So it just made sense that you were going to become a certified Dare to Declare vision board facilitator, so that you can now bring that to others. So I'm so excited. So going back though to that decision, remembering, you know, you're finishing up the program, or you finished up the group program, you were deciding to invest in the Academy. How did you feel?
I was nervous at first. It was hard to envision me as being a teacher like that at the very beginning. But like I said, the wheels kept turning in my head that, you know, I can do this. If, you know, you have taught us so well that we can help others to be able to do it. And for me, that just cements in my Enneagram number that I'm the helper. And yes, I can do this. Although it's scary in the beginning, it was like, wow, this is, how am I ever going to be able to live up to the way you had taught it? And you do it so eloquently. It's just amazing how you teach it. And I look at it as, if I could be half of what you do, think of what I could do to other people. And I'm learning about myself that I can do this, and I am just as good, just I'm different.
Absolutely. Love that. And I just keep going, you know, you're Peacock Bold. That's what you are. So I love that. So thank you. Yeah. So feelings of nervousness, uncertainty, like anything new, thinking about the first day of school. But now that we're 2/3 the way through, so we just finished up week 4 out of 6. So how are you feeling now about being part of the Academy? I think you've alluded to it a little bit, but I'd just like to dig into that a little bit more.
I'm so proud of myself that I have done something and stuck with it and only grown more from it, not just, you know, oh, okay, I'm doing this and I'm there and I'm you know, doing the time. I am getting so excited. I'm visioning what it would be like with my class and where we'll have it. And I had mentioned to you about the pole barn retreat and being able to go out into the yard and have the campfire afterwards. And I look at it as being such a peaceful way to help somebody out of their pain. And now I'm constantly looking to the future. Like I'm looking at launching in July, and it will be, you know, brand new, trying to decide what I want to call this program, because I want it to be, the vision board is so huge, but trying to figure out what kind of name, because peacock for me is everything. So I want to incorporate that in there, but I don't want it to be the focus. So it's been such a whirlwind, let's say, because it's going from, okay, I'm doing all this, I'm learning all this. Oh, this is really, it's a lot to remember. But then it's like, no, it's really not, because it's all natural. You've been there, you've done it. It's just putting it all into place now.
For sure. Yeah. And, we were speaking about that in your role as a leader in your network marketing, a direct sales company with doTERRA, and how you had this realization like, oh yeah, I've been leading this team. I've been leading my clients, and so you are a natural leader. And now to be able to have a tool that will support you in leading your team, but then still with your love of the oils too. So yeah, I love that. So what do you think has been the most impactful parts thus far of your experience?
Learning to eliminate limiting beliefs. That has been huge. And the ask, receive, and believe. Those have been my two most important things that I have really implemented into my life.
Awesome. Can you give, I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you give an example?
My worth, that has been a huge one. I've been really working hard on that one and realizing that I am worthy of anything and everything that I ask for. And the ask, believe, and receive. I've always been a spiritual, I believe in the Lord, and I've always had him on my side. He's got me through many, many rough times, but I've never been one to ask. I've always been grateful and always said, thank you, Lord, or help us with this or help us with that. But I've never been one to specifically ask for something. And I have been asking for different things, and I'm starting to see the coming back to me with the gratitude. And I'm learning to meditate. I've done the 21 days to abundance. Now I'm doing the 21 days of gratitude. And I'm really learning how to put it out there that God, I believe in what I'm going to receive.
Yeah, wonderful. Listening to you speak, it makes me think of the Lord's Prayer. Like he instructed us to ask, didn't he? And
yes,
even in that, by asking, it demonstrates that we're relying on him. And that is gratitude. And that's a state of worship. So that's another reason I know that we connected was over a spiritual level as well, and having
yes.
similar way of thinking. So appreciate that about you. My next question I'm wondering is, what part or parts have you liked the most?
I've liked the fellowship and your guidance and how you have taught us you've done to us what we need to do to others, is put them first and show them how much they can change and how they can feel so much better. And you did that for me. Like I said, from the very beginning when I started, it was like my whole world totally did a shift. And you got me to do the photo shoot. And that totally changed how I felt about me. I have never, until I just recently did this program with you, both of them, have I ever stopped and looked in the mirror and said, I love you to myself. Never, till now. And I do it all the time now. And I like the one I sent on our Dare to Declare that not everybody's going to clap for you, so you got to clap for yourself. Well, here I am. I'm clapping for myself all the time now. My world has changed, and that's what I learned from you, and that's what I want to project to others. That it comes from within yourself. I'm not going to do it for you, and you didn't do it for me, but you guided us in the direction that we needed to be able to have a fuller, happier life.
Oh, love that. Love that. So, that you are loving yourself, that's the part that you really like. And I also heard you say the fellowship. And I know that you've really been involved in the Facebook group that we put together for the founders. And actually, I would say everyone has been, but I really hear your voice in there as well. And I can see the friendships that are being made, and people are connecting and supporting one another. So yeah, I can see that that would be a really great part of this experience as well. So what tip or advice would you offer someone who's considering joining the Academy? So they're hearing you speak about the Dare Declare Academy. They're not sure if it's for them. What advice would you give them?
I would say be bold, like the peacock, and step out of your box and give yourself permission to move forward in your life. And I know that's part of your group is move forward. And that to me was huge, because I would have never, ever in my wildest dreams thought that I would be at this point in my life moving forward and doing such a different life. And that to me would be take that risk with yourself and be bold, and you always have it with you. If you choose not to continue on with it, you always have that, and it may change you and you may go to it later, but I'm telling you right now, it'll change you forever and you'll be doing it.
Oh, you keep giving me goosebumps. I'm smiling. Oh, Karen, this is awesome. So my last question is, what do you feel is your key takeaway so far? So again, we're not all the way through. So I love that, you know, it's like you haven't got all the answers yet. You haven't got your name of your company yet. You know, it's like those things are still coming. Like next week, we're gonna be talking about marketing, and then week 6, we're gonna talk about the coaching. So, but what so far has been your key takeaway?
I have to go back to putting myself first.
Okay.
Because if you don't put yourself first, you can't do anything for anybody. You have to take care of you first. And this was the year that I just decided that I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I love that. And it's just been so great that you did the vision board first. You had that experience for yourself. And I'm understanding that more and more, hearing you, hearing the others, in that you were able to feel what it was like as a client first. And
Yes.
then now as an instructor, as a facilitator, you're going to know and want to give the same feels, the same ahas to your clients as what you experienced. And, you know, I love that. What surprised me at doing this is that, like you said, we're not creating me, like 8 of me, like every one of you, including you, like you're taking this and using it with your current company. So you're going to be using it along with your oils. And you've got this resort sounding place where you've got this pole barn. And again, she says pole barn, but I mean, it's equipped with a kitchen, and it's going to be this large space that sounds like it's very country setting with a fire pit. And I think she said hot tub, right? And like,
Yes.
I was like, wow, you know, where do I sign up? And you get to create a vision board. So yeah, really excited for you and your future, and being a certified Dare to Declare facilitator, which will be happening within the next couple of weeks. Once you're finished the course, you'll be certified. So for anyone who's listening, and if you want to also, you know, find out more information, you know, like Karen did, and be bold. I do have workshops that are offered they start the first Tuesday of every month. And so they're on my website. If you go to dare2declare.com, you can, the first one is, or the next one is starting June the 1st. It's a Tuesday, and then they run for 3 consecutive weeks online. And then the Academy, the next round, I can't even imagine that's already coming up, but that'll be June the 17th. And we'll be learning, taking everything we've learned from Karen and her 7 colleagues as my founders, and putting that into the next round with the next group of facilitators, Dare Declare facilitators. And that'll be starting June 17th. And if you're interested in that, the application, so there is an application process. The application for that is also on my homepage, on my website, dare2declare.com. So yeah, and I should just also say, I do have a free workshop coming up next week, Thursday at 11 a.m. And it's called, I'm gonna do this off the top of my head, it's called Habits of Goal Diggers and Vision Creators. So like Karen, who's a goal digger and a vision creator, and who's dreaming so big, and just so excited for her and her future. So before we sign off, Karen, is there anything else that you'd like to say to anyone watching right now?
You will not find a better teacher, a better mentor, and a better spiritual leader than you, Deb. You have been an amazing, amazing person for me, who I look up to and look directly at as being an amazing friend, and touched my heart in ways that you could never, ever imagine that someone could do that. And I've got the goosebumps now.
Wow, I'm so blessed that our paths have crossed, and I'm just so excited, as I said, to see what the future holds for you. So thanks for being part of this short interview, and we'll sign off now. So cheers.
Okay.